A depleted roster this past weekend just through national call-ups, first-team call-ups. How do you feel that your squad managed under those changes?
Yeah, there were quite a few changes, but we knew that sort of coming into it, and it gives a lot of young players and other players opportunities to play. I thought the squad was fantastic. Their work rate, their attitude, they got the sort of loss the previous weekend out of the way and out of their system, and performed to the game plan and got a good result.
How important was it for your team to not only get the lead, but to maintain it and also keep a clean sheet?
Clean sheets are always important. It gives us a foundation to build off of, and I thought the players learned from the previous week and sort of managing the game better. We continued to pass the ball and ultimately got the sort of second goal to kill the game off, and saw it through to make sure that we got over the finish line, which is also part of their development.
Marcos Nunez recently signed with his team. How would you describe him as a player?
He's more of a sort of wing player, but he's having to adapt and learn to play into the sort of diamond formation that we've set up. So it's going to take him some time, but I thought on the day, his work rate and his sort of awareness was good. Scored a fantastic goal, which is always nice on his debut, and worked hard defensively. So it's a work in progress, but some encouraging signs.
Encouraging signs as well, seeing Mo Babouli named to USL Player of the Week once again, or Team of the Week once again for the second week in a row. What are you seeing for his progression?
I thought Mo had a good game. He's been fairly consistent from the very start of preseason, and he's acquitted himself well in the games on the offensive side. Creating goals and also scoring goals, and that's something that we put a little bit of pressure on him to make sure that he accomplishes in games. So far, I've also been impressed by his work rate defensively, and that's sort of the foundation for how we want to play. And then in the attacking third, he's got a bit of creativity, so which we kind of give him as well as other players the freedom to express themselves.
What are you expecting out of the Red Bulls? Especially, they're known as a club that develops a lot of talent. Like they develop Josie, they develop Juan Agudelo. What are you expecting out of them?
Yes, well, I've watched their last game against Rochester on the weekend. I know they've got a sort of an attacking midfielder that can play two-way, Leo Stoltz from UCLA. They've also got Obikop, who plays on the left, a very exciting player, good left foot and good in the 1v1 situations. The goalkeeper, Castano, has got pretty good distribution out of his feet, so we need to be aware of that. And another player who's come through the draft, Manolo Sanchez, a striker, but also can play on the wing. Has got a bit of pace and pretty direct. So, we'll set up our team. We've done a video session with the players, so they know exactly what we're going to be facing, and we'll set out to try and get 3 points.
Do you feel being on the road and knowing that you're going to be on the road for a while, do you actually feel that's a positive in the sense of it's bringing the group together?
Well, it definitely brings a group together, and it's always difficult to win on the road. And when you have sort of road trip after road trip, the accumulation factor can start to creep in. But it's important for us as coaching staff that we sort of manage the players during the week and just try to get them prepared so that they have their legs and their brains fresh as possible to perform on a Saturday, which is extremely important.
And then coming into this game, what's your overall main message?
Main message is, clean sheet is always fantastic. It gives you a foundation to build off of. The very first game, we had an issue with set pieces, which we corrected, and long may it last. And we're hoping to try and continue to score off set pieces as well, because we know it's such a huge part of the modern day football. So, a clean sheet and one goal would suffice for me.